Hello students, welcome to the channel Brain Drain, and this video is for class 11th accountancy accounting equation part 2. In part 1 accounting equation we did some transactions, that how to record transactions. Now some more transactions which are also very important. Now I will explain in this video. So before starting this question of accounting equation, some more terms I want to tell you. These are related to expense and income. Expense I told you which we are paying from the business, that are called expense, and which money we are earning, receiving, that are incomes. But in expense also sometimes it happens that we paid in advance, and sometimes it happens that the expense is due for this year, for this financial year, which year we are operating, maybe financial year or calendar year. So in that year the expense is due but not paid. Suppose you have to give salaries to the employees but you have not paid, so but it is due, means this is the expense of this year only. In accounts we make the record the transaction, we make the accounts of one year, period of 1 year, that is called accounting period. तो जो उस ईयर के जितने भी ट्रांजेक्शन होते हैं वो इसी ईयर में रिकॉर्ड होने होते हैं. मे बी यू हैव डन दैट और नॉट. सो इफ़ द सैलरीज और यू कैन से रेंट विच यू हैव टू पे बट of in this year, suppose we are taking the year 1st April 2020 or 2019 to 31st March 2020, you have to give 10,000 rupees salary to the employees in this year only. Okay, but you have not paid, you will pay next year, but this has to be written, this has to be recorded in this year, accounts of this year. Maybe like this, you have paid the expenses of next year in advance this year because you have earned the profit, you have cash with you, so you have paid the expenses of next year in advance, but these are not the transaction of this year, so this also has to be recorded according to that. So these, how to record these types of transaction. So first come to the expenses which we have paid in advance. These types of expenses are called prepaid expenses. These types of expenses which you have paid in advance. Next, accounting period expenses. If you have paid in this, it means you have paid in advance. That type of expenses are called prepaid expenses. So how to record these in accounting equation? बिकॉज यू हैव पेड इन एडवांस तो कैश तो कम हो ही गया है आपका. यू हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम कैश, सो माइनस फ्रॉम कैश, बिकॉज यू हैव पेड मीन्स कैश दिया है आपने किसी को, इट मीन्स यू हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस ट्रांजेक्शन फ्रॉम कैश. बट वाई वी शुड सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस ट्रांजेक्शन in this accounting period? Because these are not the expenses of this accounting period. So that's why, because we have to subtract from cash, क्योंकि हमारा cash कम हो गया है because we have paid, so we will subtract from cash and we will make a new column asset side. We will make a new column asset side of heading prepaid expenses. These expenses are prepaid expenses. And why these are assets for us? Because these are paid in advance. हमने कैश जो कम किया है वो हमारा इस ईयर का कम नहीं हुआ है, वो नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए पेड कर दिया है. सो फॉर दिस ईयर these types of expenses are assets for the business. So where these types of expenses, where will give effect at two sides. One side, one place subtracted from cash, and new column will be there of prepaid expenses, asset side. Now you come to the next type of expenses, due but not paid. Due but not paid, these types of expenses are called outstanding expenses. So for outstanding expenses, what is the treatment? The treatment is due but not paid. I told you which money we are not paying and we have to pay. These types of money are called liabilities for us. So this is also liability for us because we have to pay after some time. So there will be a new column of outstanding expenses in liability side. So one place and the second place it will be subtracted from capital. Why it will be subtracted from capital outstanding expenses? Because we cannot subtract from cash. और हम सब्ट्रैक्ट क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं कैश में से? बिकॉज वी हैव नॉट पेड. जब हमने कुछ पैसे दिए ही नहीं हैं तो हम कैश में से कैसे माइनस कर सकते हैं? तो हम इसे कहाँ से माइनस करेंगे? कैपिटल में से. और लाइबिलिटी साइड एक नया कॉलम बनाएंगे आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस का, वहाँ पे लिखेंगे. तो 2 प्लेस पे हो गया. नाउ कम टू द इनकम्स. फर्स्ट अक्रूड इनकम, अर्न बट नॉट रिसीव्ड. क्या आपने उसको अर्न तो कर लिया है बट कैश रिसीव नहीं हुआ है. कैश यू विल रिसीव आफ्टर सम टाइम. सो फॉर विच थिंग, फॉर विच ट्रांजेक्शन यू आर रिसीविंग कैश? दिस ऑल्सो आई टोल्ड that for which transaction you will receive cash, that is asset for you. It means these type of income are assets for you because you will receive cash after some time. So there will one more column asset side and the name of this will be accrued income. So one place that it will be written in asset side under accrued income, and the next place earned but not received. So receive नहीं हुआ है ना कैश, so we cannot add in cash. So when we cannot add in cash and subtract from cash, so we will add this in capital. हम capital में add कर देंगे. ठीक है, तो asset side में लिखा जाएगा because this is asset, because we will receive cash after some time and we have not received cash, that's why we cannot add in cash, we will add in capital. Now unaccrued income, which incomes are not of the financial year in which we are operating. These incomes are of next financial year but we have received in advance. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हमें अपनी शॉप का मतलब कोई इंटरेस्ट होता है वो पहले ही रिसीव हो जाता है, या कुछ भी ऐसी इनकम विच वी आर रिसीविंग इन एडवांस, जो नेक्स्ट सेशन की है, नेक्स्ट ईयर की है, नेक्स्ट अकाउंटिंग पीरियड की है, हमें इसमें मिल रही हैं. सो दीज आर दी लाइबिलिटीज़ फॉर अस फॉर द नेक्स्ट ईयर. वो हमारे बिजनेस के लिए लाइबिलिटी हैं, और लाइबिलिटी भी किसके ऊपर है? हमारे बिजनेस के ही ऊपर है कि हमें अपने ही बिजनेस को वो पैसे वापस करने हैं नेक्स्ट ईयर. पर इस ईयर के लिए तो वो लाइबिलिटी है, चाहे वो अपने बिजनेस की लाइबिलिटी है चाहे बाहर की लाइबिलिटी है. बट दिस इज लाइबिलिटी बिकॉज वी हैव टू अगेन give this cash which we have received in advance to our business only but in the next accounting period. So this will come under liability and the heading will be unaccrued income. And second place received means you have received cash, so it will be added in cash. Fine. So these things you keep it in your mind. We will do question, then it will more clear to you. So here I have written a question. One by one we will do the transactions. Manu started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. So where these transactions will be recorded and what will be the 2 places for that? Started business with cash, तो cash आया business में, so it will be written asset side transaction 1, and according to transaction 1 first term is cash. So in the business 1 lakh cash is coming, so we will write under cash, and the second place will be capital. So 1 lakh rupees under capital and equal sign. Fine. Now second transaction. The second transaction is purchase goods for cash rupees 20,000 and credit rupees 30,000. You have purchased goods 20,000 cash goods and 30,000 credit goods, but total goods which is coming in the business that is of 50,000. So and goods means stock is asset for the business. So the second column will be for stock in asset, but we will not write here in front of first transaction, we will write in front of second transaction under stock. 50,000 का total goods आ रहा है. From this 50,000, 20,000 cash. So 20,000 will be subtracted from cash because you have paid 20,000. But the rest 30,000 you have not paid. It is on credit. So credit means liability. Which term? Creditor. Which term? Creditor. The 30,000 in front of transaction 2 will be written under creditor because you have not paid this 30,000 and 20,000 you have paid. That's why we have subtracted from cash. Is there any change in capital? No. So you write 0. Now what I told you, that you make new equation. Means now how much cash is left with you? Only 80,000. 50,000 का stock है आपके पास and you have 30,000 creditor and 1 lakh capital. So total of these both sides 1,30,000, 1,30,000. It means we are going correctly. Now the third transaction. Sold goods for cash rupees 40,000, costing rupees 30,000. In my previous video also I told you, but again I am repeating, costing amount will be subtracted from stock and this will be added in cash because we never sell the our goods on the same costing amount. If we will do that, then how we will earn the profit? Fine. So costing amount of the goods is 30,000. So 30,000 will be subtracted from stock क्योंकि इतनी कोस्ट का गुड्स जो हमारे पास था वो कम हो गया है. एंड वी हैव रिसीव्ड 40,000 कैश. सो 10,000 कहाँ आएंगे? 10,000 इज प्रॉफिट फॉर अस. सो प्रॉफिट विल बी एडेड इन capital. Nothing in creditor, so you write 0. Then again make new transaction, new equation. Now how much cash is with you? 1,20,000. Stock, now only 20,000 stock is remaining in the business. Creditors same 30,000 and capital also increased 1,10,000 because profit is always added in capital and loss subtracted from capital. Now again check the both sides. 120 plus 20 140 and 110 plus 30 140. Now fourth transaction. Rent due but not paid. So which expenses are due but not paid? These types of expenses are outstanding expenses. So outstanding expenses transaction needs to be recorded like outstanding expenses are liabilities for us because we have not paid. So you write one more column under liabilities, outstanding expenses. Not in first transaction, not in second transaction. In the third transaction the outstanding expenses amount is 500. And I told you the next place that it will be subtracted from capital. Why? Because we have not paid, so we cannot subtract from cash. At two places it's done. Nothing in creditor, so you write 0. Now again nothing in cash and nothing in stock. Draw margin, use scale and make new equation. Still cash is 1,20,000. Stock is also 20,000. Creditors are also 30,000. But there is one more thing we have added in liability, that is outstanding expenses. And capital also 1 lakh. When we will subtract 500, 1,09,500 because we have to subtract 500 from 1,10,000. Fine. Now fifth transaction. Fifth transaction is salaries paid in advance. which expenses we have paid in advance? These are called prepaid expenses, and prepaid expenses are assets for us. So new column under assets, prepaid expenses. Not here, not here, not in third, not in fourth. This will be written in fifth, 1000. But we have paid, so we have to subtract from cash also. Again make new equation. Now only 1,19,000 cash is with us, stock same. One more term in asset, prepaid expenses, no change in creditor and capital also. So same creditor, same outstanding expenses and same capital. Now sixth transaction, we have bought furniture on credit of rupees 5,000. Furniture I have business में and furniture is asset for the business. So one more column in assets. So not in the new transaction, in front of sixth transaction we will write under furniture rupees 5,000. But we have purchased this furniture on credit, we have not paid. So again these 5,000 रुपीज़ विल बी एडिड इन क्रेडिटर. हमारे क्रेडिटर और बढ़ गए हैं 5,000 से, ठीक है. एंड रेस्ट ज़ीरो. सो न्यू ट्रांजेक्शन, न्यू इक्वेशन, सॉरी. 1,19,000 कैश, 20,000 stock, 1,000 prepaid expenses and one more 5,000 furniture. Creditors now of 35,500 outstanding and 1,09,500 capital. Seventh transaction, rent received in advance. Which income we have received, we are receiving in advance, that are liabilities for us. So one more column liabilities side, and I have not left this space. Here we will write, you can write unaccrued income also, and you can write received in advance also. So I am writing unaccrued income. So under this I am writing here because I have not left this space. You do it properly. Plus 2,000 rent we have received in advance. No change in creditor and no change in outstanding expenses. Plus 2,000 for unaccrued income, and this unaccrued income, because we have no change in capital, we have received cash, so these 2,000 will be added in cash. Rest 0. Now again make new equation. When we will add 2,000 in this, 1,21,000 cash, 20,000 stock, 1,000 prepaid expenses, 5,000 furniture, 35,000 creditor, 500 outstanding expenses, 2,000 unaccrued income and 1,09,500 capital. Now the last transaction, paid to creditor 29,500. हमने creditor को कितना paid कर दिया है, 29,500 पे किया है, तो कैश कम होगा. So you subtract 29,500 from here. Stock, sorry, no change in prepaid, no change in furniture. क्रेडिटर में से भी माइनस होंगे, हमने क्रेडिटर को पे कर दिया तो कम हो जाएंगे ना क्रेडिटर, या आप बार बार लिखेंगे कि आपको 35,000 ही पे करने हैं, पे करने के बाद भी. ओके, सो वी विल सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस 29,000 फ्रॉम क्रेडिटर ऑल्सो एंड फ्रॉम कैश ऑल्सो. वाई? बिकॉज कैश भी कम हो रहा है और क्रेडिटर भी कम हो रहे हैं. रेस्ट 0. नाउ अगेन मेक न्यू इक्वेशन. So how much cash is left with you? $91,500. Stock 20,000. 1,000 prepaid expenses. 5,000 furniture. How much creditors are left? 50. 500. 500 outstanding expenses, 2,000 unaccrued income, and 1,09,500 capital. Now you add your asset side and liability side. The question is complete, that these are coming equal or not, and check your solution. So these are some more transactions which I want to tell you, and by this accounting equation is complete. So you do more and more questions for that, and if any query you can comment and I will surely explain that query. Thank you.